Welcome back, my fellow weebs and otakus, for another anime review from your favorite cat girl boy, Otakunofuji. Today's review is Henski. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? This is a super fun harem comedy where all of the girls are weirdo fetish perverts. Which, to answer the question in the title of the show, yeah, I would. I totally would fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie. I'm giving the show an 8 out of 10. Henski is about a dude named Keiki who finds an anonymous love letter addressed to him along with a pair of panties, presumably left behind as a gift. Thus begins an investigation into the girls who helped him clean the calligraphy club room that day in order to figure out which one of them is his secret admirer / Undirella. 'Cause it's like Cinderella but with panties, get it? There's his upperclassman Sayuki who is busty and curvy and amazing, his underclassman Yuika who is tiny and flat, his close friend Nanjo, and his sister Mizuha, who he doesn't really even consider a candidate because that's his sister, dude. If you've watched any of these types of shows, you probably already know how that particular plotline is going to go, right? No spoilers here, though. In his investigations of these girls, as well as some others that pop up, Keiki discovers that they're all weirdo fetish perverts that want to play sick, sexy games with him. Sayuki is a masochist who wants to be treated like a pet, dog collar and all. Yuika is a sadist who wants to treat Keiki like her slave. Nanjo is a hardcore closet fujoshi who says she just wants him to model for her boys love comic, but she's also a tsundere that actually does like him but can't tell him the truth. His sister is, well, his sister, who feels entitled to him because they've been together their whole lives. A happy accident brings a new girl, Fujimoto, into the mix, who has an olfactory fetish and just wants to bury her face in Keiki's sweaty boxers. And finally, there's Koharu Otori, a tiny, ridiculously cute upperclassman who isn't interested in Keiki, but blackmails him into helping her get close to her real target, Keiki's friend Shoma. Oh, and it turns out that Koharu is a super obsessive stalker. Keiki gets to know all of these girls over the course of the series and learns of their particular fetishes. Keiki has a weirdly innocent and naive preconceived notion that love has to happen in some perfect romantic storybook way, however, and thinks the girls just want him as a plaything and it isn't real love. Of course, they do actually love him, but he's a typical harem protagonist who can't see the forest through the boobs. Or trees. I can kind of understand why he doesn't want to participate in some of their weirdness, to be honest. I don't care how cute Yuika is, being her slave and having her treat you like crap all day would be awful. Fujoshi are gross, so Nanjo's out, even though she's actually pretty nice when she isn't in Fujoshi mode. Fujimoto seems like she would get distracted by the next smelly guy who walks by, so that would never work. And Mizuha is his sister, dude. Like, whoa. That just leaves Sayuki, the indisputed #1 top-class best girl. Her masochism where she wants to be treated like a pet sure is something. But she's practically perfect in every other way. And unlike the other girls, her fetish can safely and privately be done at home and wouldn't be so disruptive to an otherwise normal life. She's the one that Keiki spends the most time with in the series, so we get to know her the best. And I think she's amazing. She's gorgeous and smart and talented and sweet and fun and perfect. I'd totally date her, dog collar and all. Of course, this is a harem anime, so it ends with a big wet fart of having no satisfying ending at all. Keiki does figure out who his Undirella is, but ultimately chooses to keep all of the girls at arm's length because he's a dumbass. Pick Sayuki, you dumbass idiot fool! I know, the light novel series the show is based on is still ongoing, but I ain't ever going to read light novels or manga, so I could care less what happens outside of the anime. My only other slight complaint is that while the girls all look amazing and on model in every shot, it seems like they really half-assed drawing Keiki in a few episodes. He's just got an undetailed potato face in a whole bunch of shots that is really distracting compared to how good everything else in the show looks. Overall, though, the show is very enjoyable even if the ending leaves a lot to be desired. It's funny and sexy and the girls are all pretty great when they aren't fetishing out too much. I do have to admit that I enjoy these shows where the girls are the aggressive pervy ones instead of the boys. And Henski is pretty top-notch in that regard. It's just a fun show all around that I highly recommend if you like fan-servicey harem comedies. And that's our review of Henski. Thanks for watching. If you like this review or any of our other content, please like and subscribe. We're going to do more anime reviews, fan-servicey game videos, top lists, tier lists, and more because this is too much fun to stop even if nobody watches. Please, somebody watch though. Anybody. And tell your friends.